everybody, and welcome to quarter number 2, week number 1. Congratulations to everybody for a very successful first quarter, and I'm looking forward to seeing what the second quarter has to bring for us. So I want y'all to think of this time as a clean start. Everything that you did in quarter 1 was great. Quarter 2, I want you to come back even better. Make sure that you put that good work in so that we get even more great results. In the next few weeks, we're going to be transitioning from our poetry unit to our narrative. We just took our Unit 2 assessment, and those are in the process of being graded and scanned. Our Unit 3 will be the narrative genre, so that's going to be dealing with a lot of stories, most of them fictional. So we're going to see exactly what that has in store for us. As a reminder, your poetry projects are due this Friday. Please make sure that you get them in on Friday. Not Friday a week from now, not Friday a month from now, but this Friday. If you want to turn them in before that, it's totally fine. Early work is always welcomed. Just make sure that you did your best, DYB, and that it's something that you can be proud of. Okay, now let's look ahead to see what's going to happen this quarter. I'm just going to give you a brief rundown of some of the things that we have in store for us. The first thing, I hope that y'all won't mind getting used to my face a little more, because we're going to try to transition the homework from doing so much bookwork to watching more flip videos. What this is going to allow us to do is to come into class already knowing the concept, so it's very important for you to watch this at home. So come into class already knowing the concept, and we can get right to work. And that way, if students are in need of some help, then you'll actually be able to meet with me one-on-one. So that's actually the purpose of this whole flipped lesson, why we do this. So you're going to be seeing more flip videos. Maybe we'll have 2 per week to start. I want to make sure that y'all are actually watching these videos. It's very, very important. I know that some people said that they don't have access at home. That's not a problem. We have different ways to get around that. One way, if you have a cell phone with internet access, then you can get on YouTube. And these videos are enabled for mobile devices, so you can always check them out that way. In addition, if you don't have a smartphone or internet access, that's totally fine, because what we're going to start doing is burning these videos to DVDs, and you can actually take them home and just pop them in your computer or pop them in your DVD player, and that way you'll be able to stay with what we're doing in class. So if there's ever a problem with watching the flip videos, please let me know as soon as possible. Communication is the key. We'll know that we're all on the same page, and we'll continue to be successful together. In addition, our classroom computers are up and running, so we're going to start using those on a rotating basis. If students need them for some reason, some instructional reason, then you'll be able to actually go on our class computers, and we'll have a sign-up list, and we'll get that all set up. We also have a mobile lab for the middle school. So now, in addition to going to the computer lab like we do on occasion, and sometimes we might borrow the middle school rolling lab and use laptops in class. So that's going to help us out in a lot of different ways as well. One thing that we started doing in 7th grade is what's known as back channeling. And back channeling is when you'll respond to questions online regarding the topic. So we did that last week with our pre-writing for literary analysis using Edmodo, and that worked out really, really well. I like that everyone was able to see each other's responses and build off of each other. That was a great thing. So watch for more of that. We're going to start doing that in 6th grade as well. So there's a couple more tricks up my sleeve that you might see pop out every now and then. So definitely keep posted on that, and I will let you know as they come up. Also, students, we are now in the second quarter, so I want you to take more responsibility. So make sure that if there's a concept you don't understand, you're coming to me to ask for help. In terms of office hours, now that I have tech classes on both A days and B days, we're going to do it by appointment only. For next week, then 7th grade will be finishing up their literary analysis. 6th grade, you're going to be starting very, very soon. We've been doing a lot of essays in class, so really we want to do that so that we are ready for college. I know that it sounds early. You might be saying, well, I'm 11 years old. Why do I need to get ready for college now? Trust me, this will pay off for you. So this is something that we definitely need to learn and master. The sooner the better. doing our best all the time. I'm seeing a lot of growth, and I am so very proud of everyone. Feel free to contact me if y'all ever have any questions. Email is the best way, sarahjane.thomas@pgcps.org, or on Edmodo, which is fine as well. The phone number for our classroom is 301-702-3950, extension 251. So feel free to call or to email if you ever have any questions on anything. And I noticed that a lot of students, 6th and 7th grade, you're going to have me for tech. So I'm looking forward to that. So right now, I just wanted to give you all an overview of the 5-part essay. This is actually an oldie but a goodie, a review video from last year. Luckily, none of y'all had me last year, so this is brand new to you. So keep it posted. See y'all in class. Bye. Hey, what's up, everybody? It's me, Miss Thomas. What? Anyway, I'm here today. I just started up this YouTube channel just to give more background to some of the things that we do in class. So if you ever find yourself stuck, or if you just want a little refresher, or if you just like seeing my beautiful face, then feel free to check out the videos on my channel. So today we're going to be talking about the 5-paragraph essay. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I think I counted wrong, but that's okay. I don't care. We're going to go over this. We've gone over it several times in class. I know I've been talking a lot about it, particularly in the last month. And pretty much what the 5-part essay is, it's a formula of writing. My teacher shared it with me in middle school, and now it's my turn to pay it forward, pass it on to you. It's taken me very far. From middle school to high school to college to grad school to now, doing my doctoral thing or whatever. So I still use this model in my papers. So this will take you all the way to the top and beyond if you want it. So let me show you how to use the 5-part essay. So without any further ado, let me open up Microsoft Word and new document. And before starting, let me just tell you, you can use this 5-part essay here to get you through any kind of writing, through research papers, through persuasive essays, anything that you can think of, almost anything I should say, then the 5-part essay will get you through this. So let me go ahead and open up an outline, and an outline is always a very good thing to do, because you want to organize your writing. You don't want it to be random. You don't want it to be all over the place. You don't want it to be ratchet. So, yeah, that was ugly, but that's okay. You want to make sure that your writing is organized. You don't want to be talking about, like, one thing and then all of a sudden you're talking about something totally different and people are like, whoa, where did that come from? You want to keep your writing streamlined, organized in a linear fashion so that people can follow along and so you're not leaving anybody out in the dark. So let me go ahead and tell you what these magical 5 parts are. We've said this enough, you can say it with me. First part is what? The introduction. Bam, right there. There it is. Second part, you're going to have your first point that you're going to make. Third part, you're going to talk about your second point. Then you're going to talk about your third point. And finally, you're going to conclude nicely and neatly and tie up all the loose ends. So, let me break it down for you, because each of these parts, of course, is not that simple. They're going to have their own little subtleties and nuances and all kinds of stuff. So, let me break down for you the introduction, okay? The introduction. You're going to have, the first thing you're going to have is an attention grabber. And with this attention grabber, you want to have something cool to start off your writing. Because the last thing you want is for somebody to pick up your work and be like, oh, this is dry. Who wants to read this? And throw it away. You want to have something that's going to definitely capture their attention and make them want to keep reading your writing. So you're going to have some kind of attention grabber, like maybe a cool fact or something funny, a statistic, a quote, anything that can apply to your writing. So you're going to have your attention grabber. Then you're going to tell the people what you're going to tell them. Basically, you're just going to give them a little bit. You're not going to give them the whole thing, just a little bit of your different points that you're going to make. So you're going to talk a little bit about point 1, a little bit about point 2, and a little bit about point 3. Okay, once you're done with that, then it's time now for your thesis statement. And your thesis statement, pretty much that's in a sentence or two, just telling everyone what your paper is going to be about. So if your paper is about how they make ice cream, you're going to say this paper is going to show you about ice cream or something along those lines. Just make it very clear what the thesis or the whole topic of your paper is, okay? And I'll definitely make this more clear in some example videos I'm going to do down the line. But for right now, this is just an overview, just to explain the 5 parts. So yeah, definitely I'm going to put a plug in. Check out my channel for more videos down the line. Yeah. Okay, anyway, let's move on to point 1. Okay, so you're going to make your very first point. So the first thing that comes first is, obviously, your main idea. So you're going to have your main idea. Chocolate chip cookie dough is the best ice cream ever. Okay, so if you just say that and move on to the next paragraph, then people are going to be like, what? Who cares what you think? How do you know that chocolate chip cookie dough is the best ice cream? I like rum raisin. What you trying to say up in here? So you want to definitely have some support. Every time you jump out there and you make a point, then you need to back it up somehow. So you can support it with your research. Obviously, in a research paper, you're going to use research to back up your points. So you're going to have your support, more support, even more support, as much support as you want, just to make your point strong. You want to make it so that people can't say you're wrong because blah blah blah. You want to make sure that you can back up your point and let everybody know this isn't just what Miss Thomas thinks. This is a proven fact that chocolate chip cookie dough is the bomb.com. So, yeah, you have to find support that shows that chocolate chip cookie dough is the bomb.com. So you're going to put all the support in there, as much as you can find. Then you're going to have a transition statement. And with this transition statement, what you're going to do is that you're going to make a nice little bridge. So you were just talking about point 1. You were just talking about why chocolate chip cookie dough is the best ice cream ever. And then now you want to talk about why you hate vanilla, okay? So you need to have some kind of transition statement that's going to tie the two together. For example, okay, this is a whack transition statement, but you could technically say something like, even though chocolate chip cookie dough is great, vanilla ice cream is horrible, and we're going to talk about that next. That's an example of a transition statement. You want to say a little bit about the point you just talked about and a little bit about what you're about to talk about. So you're going to have a transition statement. Okay? So, let's move on from point 1 to point number 2. So, point 2, you're going to follow the exact same formula as you did with point 1. You're going to throw out your next main idea. And then you're going to back it up, back it up, back it up, back it up. And then you're going to have a transition statement that'll bring you from point 2, talking about why vanilla ice cream is horrible, to point 3, talking about why chocolate is just okay and boring and dry. Okay? So, obviously, I mean, you don't have to write about ice cream. That's a stupid topic, but I just did it to make a point. Anyway, talking about point 3... you're going to do the same thing, main idea, support it, and then you're going to transition to your conclusion. Now, in your conclusion, this is kind of tricky because a lot of times people forget to put in a conclusion, and you don't want to do that because if you just leave your paper hanging talking about chocolate chip is cool, chocolate is boring, and then people are going to be like, okay, well, so how does this paper end? Is that the end? Is there more? Let me turn the page. What's going on here? So you want to definitely have a conclusion that wraps everything up nicely. So in your conclusion, you have a slightly different formula. You're going to tweak it just a little bit. First thing you are going to do is that you are going to recap what you have told the people. So you're going to recap your thesis statement. And your thesis statement, once again, you identified it up here. You don't want to write it exactly the same way. Change up some of the words. Paraphrase yourself. Paraphrasing is awesome. Yes. So you're going to, let's change this to paraphrase your thesis statement. Mwahaha. Alright, so once you do that, you are going to paraphrase, once again, your point 1. And don't ask me why I capitalized randomly. You're going to paraphrase your point 2. And you are going to paraphrase your point 3. Now, you might think you're done, but guess what? You're not. You have to do next one of my very favorite things. You have to make a nice little inference. Yes, the inferences are wonderful. Or, if you're doing a persuasive essay, you can do a call to action, which is, you know, a kind of inference, I guess, if you really want to break it down, if you want to be technical. But yeah, so these are the parts of your 5-part essay. So, keep checking back. I'm going to post some examples of different kinds of writing and how we can use this lovely model here to have a nice piece of writing that everyone will say wow and be amazed and might even, you know, bring a tear to somebody's eye. Yeah, so that's about it. Catch me next time. Same bat channel. It's Miss Thomas, y'all. Whoop whoop.